Another important theme in this book, and is my argument that it is high time that India moved to abolish poverty quickly by ensuring a minimum basic income to all its citizens. Now, the problem with ensuring such a minimum basic income, it's a proposal that has been thought of in many rich countries, including Switzerland, and they have been against it. But my argument is that it is actually much more suitable for poor countries than for rich countries. In poor countries, we do not have social security system to speak of. Many people are on the breadline, and therefore the rationale for doing it is much greater. An argument in the rich countries is that if you had a minimum basic income, people would stop working and would spend their time surfing on the beaches of California. Well, that argument that people would stop working and spend their time surfing in Bombay Harbor doesn't make any sense in a poor country. So the need for a basic income is much greater in India than it is in Switzerland. You may ask, and indeed people ask, is a basic income affordable? Does the state have the means to give all poor people a basic income? And my argument in the book is that it is entirely affordable. That if we wind up a large number of dysfunctional subsidies which are inefficient, wasteful, and regressive, in other words, whose benefits go mainly to the richer classes, if we wind these up and use the fiscal savings, the money liberated thereby, to actually give cash, a basic income in cash to the poor, we would have achieved both the objective of efficiency, because these subsidies are highly inefficient, because prices would then correspond to costs, but it would also create enough fiscal savings to increase public investment and to give a basic income for everyone. Now, one of the big problems in a basic income scheme is how to identify the poor. It's very hard to identify the poor in a country like India, or to do means tests. So, to get over that very difficult problem, my suggestion is that we shouldn't even try to identify the poor. We should make the basic income universal, because after all we know that even if we take care of 25% of people who are supposedly below the poverty line, there are a many large number of people who are just above the poverty line who need assistance just as much. So we are talking about helping 50 or 67% of the population. Well, in that case, the simplest thing to do is to give the same basic income, a uniform basic income, to everybody, which of course means proportionately much less to the rich, but it matters a lot more to the poor, and it is fiscally affordable. These are the two basic messages that my book tries to convey, and I think that if these were pursued consistently and coherently, India will achieve the supreme objective that it wishes to achieve in the next quarter century.